I really appreciate you spending some time today. I know we've got this upcoming event here in Indianapolis. I want to talk about it in a second, but what I really want you to talk about is this year's the Power of Positive Summit. I know is this the second year for that, Ben, with John Gordon, or what is?
Yeah, this is the second year of the event, and yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled to have the opportunity to be part of the event, and it's really incredible to have the opportunity to have who was once your mentor, still my mentor, but now coming to me asking me to share with his audience on a bright stage with some unbelievable speakers from around the world, thoughts on what it means to be positive and what it means to get up one more time than you've been knocked down. So it's really a blessing. I'm humbled by the opportunity and can't wait.
Now and you're talking about John Gordon. Is your because he's the one that sponsored. That's who your mentor has been over the years.
Yeah. So John and I met back in 2008, and you talk about having a mentor who inspires you to keep fighting and to keep growing. It's a blessing the way that we were really brought into each other's lives. And for me to have a guy who continues to push, continues to grow is the kind of mentor that you want, right? You don't want a mentor that you catch. You want that mentor that keeps pushing you. So yeah, he's mentored me since '08. We've shared the stage many, many times in multiple cities. And it's a blessing to be part of this event, and really for 40 speakers to come together and to just give of themselves virtually so that we can connect to as many people as we can. We're anticipating probably close to 100,000 people will sign up.
Wow. So you say 40 speakers. Give us a snippet of like who is going to be on this.
Yeah, so Tony Robbins, obviously everybody knows the name Tony Robbins. You have Ken Blanchard. You have Carrie Walsh Jennings, the arguably the greatest, female volleyball player of all time. You have Inky Johnson, who's one of the fastest growing motivational, giants in the world today, former Tennessee Volunteer. John O'Leary. It's really an unbelievable group of speakers. Dabo Sweeney's going to be back for a second straight year.
So I know this kicks off, we're recording this April the 4th, what is it, 3rd? Actually, April the 3rd. And so this kicks off. What is the date that kicks off again?
So it's next Monday, so April the 10th, and it'll kick off then. There'll be about 4 or 5 videos that will be released every single day, and everybody can get it's free.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a virtual stage. So the videos are released. You sign up at powerofpositivesummit.com, and that's it. There's no strings attached. It's these speakers coming together saying there's so many individuals that have poured into us to give us the opportunity to understand what it means to get up and to keep fighting and to write our story, and it's an opportunity for us to give back.
So for those of you that are listening right now, that's before that date, you can certainly, like Ben says, go online and sign up. I'll have that on my Facebook, by the way, just so that people have a connection. I'll do a post. And also, Ben, I know you're going to have it on your Facebook page that people can go direct to that. And if those are the people that are maybe getting this after that, if it's later, the 3rd week of April, tell us a little bit about how did John work that last year?
So I would just recommend continuing to go, just really go to the website for updates. So last year, there were so many views and there were so many tweets and it really went viral that what ended up happening was I believe they extended it a 2nd week and then they extended it a 3rd week. And then there was an opportunity to have, long-term access. So it certainly should still be going at some capacity, even when I'm with all of you in Indianapolis.
Good. So let's make sure that people go to that. Again, it's a free. But again, if you're listening to this and you're interested in seeing Ben on the 26th of April, we're doing a program in the morning at the Historical Society downtown. Rainmakers, John Basso is going to be kicking off the downtown Rainmaker event down there. And then in the afternoon, Ben's going to be out here. Actually, we're taping this right now from the Connect 317. That's going to be more for financial advisors. And then at night, this is what I want to talk about. That night, what I'm really excited about, Ben is going to be at Gearin Catholic High School. It's really for the athletes, but really we're going to extend this invitation to any young athlete especially, well, we're going to extend to anybody who wants to come, but really I think we're gearing the audience to young athletes, high school athletes, even some grade school athletes and their parents So why don't you talk a little bit about, I don't want you to give away your message, but I know you do a lot of work with professional athletes, Ben, and some collegiate athletes. Why does this event with high school athletes particularly excite you? Because I know you said you were really excited to come to the high school.
Yeah, well, I always think any opportunity that we have to give back to students, to give back to youth, whether they stay involved in sports or they go on to do something that is not sports related, having the opportunity to coach high school athletes, it's an opportunity to help them better understand a bigger future for what they can see based upon how they think, not just their natural talents. And my work in athletics actually started by going back to my old high school where I played high school basketball 6 years ago. My old coach said, "Hey, Ben, will you come and give a pregame speech? We're playing the number 13 team in the city. These kids are underperforming." And I went, I delivered the speech. The kids got after it. They won the game. I was hooked. And now I've been there for 6 years, and I've been able to work with high school state champions, district champions. So the work isn't just collegiate athletics. The work isn't just professional athletics, which is what people get so excited about. That's that attraction power.
Right.
But boy, the opportunity to work in high school athletics is incredible, and I can't wait to meet all the athletes and their parents who choose to attend as well.
This is a school, and again, since my kids have gone there, Ben, this is a school that's only been 10 years old, and they've already experienced 4 state championships in 2 different sports, and they've competed at the very highest level in other sports in the semi-state level. My point is these are kids that have already been accustomed to excelling, whether it be academically or obviously in sports. Give us an idea, what's going to be maybe a little bit different thing that you can share to, some of the college, high school kids today, they kind of believe that, well, here's another speaker coming in. Give us a little bit of, I don't want to say why should they come and see it, but why would they want to hear a little bit more about what you're doing?
Well, one of the first rules of sports psychology is for an athlete to perform at their highest level, they cannot solely rely on their natural talents and abilities. They have to embrace the mental toughness side of what it takes to achieve their peak performance. So through our work in business and through our work in athletics, we've developed 6 mental training tools that have been put to the test on the biggest stages in the world, from a UFC champion to Super Bowl champions to NCAA champions. And these are tools that I will share that will help people embrace on a whole new level their mental toughness. And even people who have embraced mental toughness in the past, we will share tools that will help them shape how they think, how they set their goals, and how they respond with action on a daily basis.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to share. Now, you're a parent in that audience. What's some of the things that you want them to know that they should come because they're a part of this just as much as anything else? Give us a little bit snippet as far as the excitement about having those parents in the audience too.
Well, so that's one of the things that's unique. My first opportunity to work in professional athletics was with a young man by the name of Will Compton. There's actually, if you guys look right where I'm pointing over my shoulder, there's an ESPN article of getting to know Will right when he was in his rookie year with the Washington Redskins. We first met when he was an undrafted free agent. Now he's, after 4 years, starting middle linebacker. He's a captain of the Washington Redskins football team. And the principles that I shared with Will are the exact same principles I had been applying to mindset and process in the business world. So whether it's a business owner we've worked with who's in sales, or it's a president of a company as large as $500 million in annual sales, the same principles we use in sports apply in business. So I think there might be some significant takeaways for those parents as well, along with the athletes.
Now, I know that I've been on the stage with you, been at many events with you, and I know that you're not the guy that wants to sell things. And, you want to spread the message, but you are going to bring some books, though, aren't you?
I'll tell you, what's so interesting about you saying that is I hadn't even thought about bringing books. You hadn't even mentioned me bringing books, and I would not have brought books unless you said that. So we can talk offline and we can figure something out, but that's probably an area of opportunity for me is to sell a little bit more from the stage. But what I think all of you will find is that this is about my heart.
Yes.
This is about my passion, and it's about pouring into all of you to have this opportunity to be with your kids and to be with you, to share these principles that could make a significant difference in your story.
And I think the part of this that I really want to give as a little bit of a teaser, and that is Ben's story is phenomenal. It's a human story. It's about family. It's about struggle. And that's another thing I want you to make sure that you let them know. You know, this is about being knocked down many a times and getting back up. And no matter who we are, that's Ben's story, and it encapsulates it in his talks all the time, but more importantly, it comes right from his heart.
Well, you know, in any biography that somebody will read before I speak or in an interview, what do people want to talk about? They want to talk about the athletes. They want to talk about rings. They want to talk about the glitz and the glamour. How did you work with a company to go from here to the next level? But my opportunity to be with all of you is exactly what David just mentioned. You know, it's the opportunity to recognize that my success has come from being knocked down and shaken to the core in my life personally and professionally, and from having the blessing of having mentors and coaches and individuals in my life that picked me up one more time than I've been knocked down on the days that I didn't want to do it. And that's why I believe I have the opportunity to come spend time with all of you.
Great. Let's wrap it up, Ben. Where can they go to get a little bit more of a teaser precursor for you? What's your website? What are some of the other key contacts for you?
So people can head to the website, which is bennewman.net. You can also visit any social media channels. I enjoy playing around and meeting new friends and staying connected on social media. That's at Continued Fight. And if anybody wants to really preview or to check out some of the tools, once again, it's that area of opportunity we give away rather than sell. But people can go to freeplaybook.net and get a feel for the mental toughness training principles that we'll discuss when I'm there with all of you.
Freeplaybook.net. Again, all that will be on my Facebook feed as well as Ben's. You got to follow him on Instagram and Twitter because every day he's putting out a powerful message to put into focus. Thanks again, Ben, for giving us your time today. Looking forward to seeing you on the 26th. And again, if you're going to be in Indianapolis, you got to find an avenue or venue, I should say, that Ben's going to be at. But especially for those kids and parents at Guerin Catholic High School, we're fired up to bring this fire to you. Thanks again, Ben.
Can't wait to be with all of you in a couple weeks. Thank you.
God bless.